Hello guys, welcome back. Hello everyone. Hello Zwart. Hello Jibby. Hello Lucas. We're getting started with some dailies a little later because I had work twice today before getting here. And then when I got home I ate dinner and did some coaching on Gran Turismo with somebody. But had a really nice day. I still wanted to get a stream in before I go to bed and do some laps of what was a really fun daily race yesterday. Hope you guys are all doing well. Oh, hold on. It's good to hear that you enjoyed the races today. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. I'm quite beatable. The lap I did was not my best yet, so still room for both of us. What car were you using today? You were using Lancer yesterday. What was the car of the day for Jimmy? Definitely a good choice here. Definitely a good choice. pop up here. Good time to take a breath too and say hello again to anybody else who's just joining. Coming up that hill, like, a good bit quicker. I'll have to modulate throttle, come out the throttle more than that before going full throttle. Very gently on the way up that hill. That was the exit I wanted. It was very nice. Tire spinner, that would have been 58 right there. Yeah, I've gone off. I could use a cooldown after that. I have some really cool stories from my day today that I would love to share with you guys. I'm just gonna wait till we get a few more people here. Genuinely one of the craziest things that could have happened to me today happened to me today. I was shocked. I'm still in shock. Little story from my day that I will share. Very, very crazy moment today. Hard to believe. All good. Had a very solid warm up to that. Guys, please hit the like button for your boy. Please leave a like on my stream before my race starts. Our first race of the day. You know what? I don't think it's that bad, Jibby Bop. I don't think it's too bad. I'm just going really fast, Jibby Bop. So if I make a mistake, it costs me. Gotta take it easy. Now we're done. We're done going qualifying speed, now race pace. It's a total different thing. Taking it easy in the race, taking it easy. So we can get hopefully a 58 very soon. Are there other Huracans in the 57s? No. 458 though. So surely the Huracan can get in here too. Surely. There's a Huracan, 58-1. I would need a 58-1 to get in top 100. Wins in there with the RCF. Here we go. First race of my day so far. Had a really good day at work. I will tell you the story after the race. Coolest story ever from my day today. Honestly, still shocked how crazy this is, the story that I'm going to tell you. Soft tires, so be very careful. These are some hards. Fresh hards, but they're still just racing hard. They might not be able to do all the same techniques that I was just doing really nicely on the softs. Time trial. mistake there. Well, still first race. Still my first race. Be careful, be careful.
I really could have bumped him and maybe we got closer to the car ahead, but I think now he's going to defend a lot. We'll see what happens.
box next lap, not this lap, next lap. Lap 6. That did not work out well. It's okay. Kind of like the previous lap. He didn't really give way at all. That's why we made contact. Neither one of us gave way there. It's all good though. Still in it. Tires are okay, I think. Then we'll box this lap. Interesting moment. I somehow got the inside last second. And then I braked early because there was no way I was going to hold that from that speed from that angle. Hello, Jeff. Hope you're having fun. Hope you're having a good day, Jeff. How are you? It sounds like you're having a decent time. Entertaining, if not a little bit combative, it sounds like. Enemies doesn't sound great. Making frenemies. good run. Quick finisher was battling me so much that there was no way we could catch up to Stig. But again, maybe I should have just been bumping quick finisher a little more. I don't know if that would have worked, but maybe. Itching my hand on my rig, the sharp edges. We could do more C or try our first race A. I was thinking, I haven't done race A. And it is an interesting one. Or I'll do another C. Thank you, Suddy. Yeah, that was a nice one. It was a nice one. Felt pretty good. Considering my first race of the night, it was very smooth. I am curious to try this. And it's 5 laps, so that probably would not allow you to do race B afterwards. Maybe another time then. Do one more SUZUKA. I didn't see what quick finisher's time was, but if I can improve, I'll get ahead of him from the start. That would be nice. Then I can try to catch Stig. It went well, Jimmy. It went well. Oh, I know you are. You definitely are. Just be careful and be, you know, be confident when you go in the race. Get some qualifying in. Get prepared. You'll get it right away. For sure. Just gonna put the hard tires on now. And relax. For me to get a friend's top 10, I need a 58.5 or so. Deep black. It's a good time from Caleb. Caleb with a very nice time. Hello, look who it is. Welcome back. Hello, hello. Dark Knight. It was me versus Pyro. In this one, we don't see the drivers from last race. Good luck, Pyro. Good luck, Jibby. Jibby, this is the perfect week for you to get A+ because you're not even in this lobby yet. I think if you were in this lobby, you would be starting well and finishing well. You'd be solidifying your A+ this week with good results. So keep grinding, Jibby. This is the week. If you want that A+, I'm going to motivate you to push yourself. Seems like a good one for you. You feel confident, it seems like. A+ for sure, Jibby, if you want it. Dark Knight, what time is it for you right now? Is it later or earlier than me? Okay. We're on the West Coast. Geo, hello. Hello, Neo Geo. Car behind me on soft tires. To have made up ground like that, that's 100% softs. I allowed that one pretty easily, but it's no big deal because I believe his tires are on, he's on softs. They're not going to last at the end of the race, so it's okay to let him go. Oh, now I follow him somehow. So now this is not okay. Let Pyro go as well. But we're okay. Overall, no big deal. You guys let me know how many likes we have on the stream. I would like to know if someone can tell me. Sounds about right. Pyro being very kind again. Very kind again. Gino, how are you? Guys, please leave a like. Let me know if Neo Geo is correct on the 24 likes. Help me get a few more. Oh, the car ahead has gone off again. It's wasting his soft tires. I'm sure they are. In the Lexus, they don't last very long as it is. The strategy will get him like a top 5 maybe, but I don't know about more than that. We'll see for him. We will see where Los finishes the race. We will see. Hello, Grumpy. Really? What's going on over the summer? I'm going to be playing it all summer. And watch me. He's gone off again. He has gone off again. He does not learn his lessons. Los just repeating his mistakes. I have the coolest story ever from my day today that I want to share. But I want to share it where there's like a few more people here, so I will wait a little longer. Coolest story ever from my day today at work. Have not shared it yet. Building the hype still. Really something special that happened today. Julio, I'm in an all-white Huracan. Whoa. Box. Yeah, you saw that entrance into the pit, right? That was insane. Tons of grip. Very grippy. It's because the weight of the engine is over the rear, so it's so well balanced at this track. going to caddy for a scholarship. Caddying is awesome. My first job ever was caddying. Fun fact. Tough job. Gotta get up early. But if you love golf, What's up, Henry? Welcome back, Henry. Buenas noches, Henry. Henry's back. B-Spec was amazing. I loved B-Spec. And once I realized how amazing it was, you couldn't get me off it. Because for a while I thought it was weird. I didn't know what it was. And like the more you do it, it's like, whoa, this is like actually like low-key, like the most chill thing ever. You don't have to actually drive, but you're enjoying the racing. And like there were some GT6 B-Spec races that I did that like were for prize tickets that were really hard. They were so fun. GT6 was amazing. Alright, bye Dark Knight. See you later. rocket. Like a rocket out of that corner. Glad to hear that, Neo Geo. Los ended up with 4th place. So for him, not all that bad. But I think if Los started on the hards, he would have did better. Amateur driver, thank you. Thank you, Henry. Thank you, Henry. So I have the coolest story ever from my day today that I wanted to share with you guys. Nice job, Jimmy. Jimmy got a win too. Essentially, the story goes like this. I found out today as, hello Darcy, as I was leaving work for my second job, coaching soccer. I was walking out, my team is leaving, they do the cheer, hooray, we're done, you guys are out, training is over. And I'm talking to one of the parents on the way out, one of the dads, and the dad is walking with us, and like I asked one of the 2 kids the dad has, what is you have another sport that you like? And he says tennis. And I'm like, oh cool, like tennis is my other favorite sport since like the beginning. And the dad was like, oh, for me it's the opposite, I played soccer then tennis. And we got chit-chatting a little more, and I mentioned that I played in the area, who I played with. It turns out that dad was my coach. I didn't even realize it because it's been 20 years basically. But the dad of one of my players on my team that I have coached since the fall, so I've been coaching them for like months and months. He was not just my coach from when I was a tennis player. That was like a really high level coach. Him and another guy that were both my coaches were both my favorite coaches I ever had in anything. And I always compared every single coach I ever had in other sports to these 2 guys because they were clearly the best. Like, they gave me the most instruction, the most detail in how I would change things, and I always bring that into what I do now as a coach myself. Thinking, like, every other coach I had never gave me instruction and technique like they did. And as a coach myself, I pour on the instruction and the technique because of that guy. And I was telling him, like, you see those sprints we just did? That's because of you. Those are your sprints. Because I love your sprints so much. So I was able to meet this guy and tell him, like, your coaching with me back in the day was, like, the most important thing ever. And really, even, like, as a driver and everything, it relates to everything that I do today. The amazing work that dad did coaching me. And I'd never realized until today, he was, like, not just my tennis coach, but, like, my favorite coach I ever had. And the other coach, it was him and then the other coach who was also my main coach. These two guys, they're like best bros. The other guy coaches a professional tennis player. He just got hired by a professional tennis player who's like the #2 tennis player in the world in the female game. And I was reading like stuff from like Andy Roddick, who's like one of the most famous like American pro tennis players. He has a podcast now, and I read like an article quoting his podcast where he's talking about the new coach of this #2 player in the world, my former coach, and how he's doing an amazing job, that he had doubts, but he's like impressed by the new coach, my former coach. So hearing that my former coach is now like the highest level tennis coach there is, basically, you're coaching the #2 person. That's amazing. And it really shows like those guys were good. The fact that he got there with this. And then meeting the dad today, I was like, oh my god, like you're the guy. You and the other guy are the reason I am who I am today for a lot of reasons, like a lot of stuff they did. The work ethic, the way that I train still. They were the best coaches. And Grumpy, yes, he was my tennis coach. I now have made his son a lot better than he was in the fall. His son came in really like raw. And when I spoke to the dad today, he's like, I told myself I would never coach them. I was like, no, you should. You're like the best. You should have coached these guys. For sure. But even more so, that tennis coach introduced me to soccer a little bit. And like that was like the first time kicking a soccer ball around was because of that coach too. So I like was always thinking about this guy for years and years too. Not thinking I would ever run into him again. But now I'm gonna keep in touch for sure. He asked me today, do you know where we can play some soccer? I'm like, yeah. I definitely do. He told me about all the other players that I trained with as a kid and how their professional careers went, because I was training at a really high level for tennis to be with those guys. I was very lucky to be there. I was around some high level athletes and coaches as well as a kid. Here, actually, let me switch my tires. I'm not even going to worry about this lap. Put the hard tires on. It was cool just to tell him, like, you made such an impact, bro. I'm still in shock over it. There's like, not even real. It doesn't make any sense. I'm coaching my favorite coach's kid, is the way I'm going to run into him. That's insane. Jibby Bop, that's like what I thought. Wadadley, good evening. Thank you for typing good evening. Jibby Bop, no joke. Like, that's like kind of when you give people who say that stuff, like, you have to almost think, like, what the heck? What? Like, no way. And again, like, it's like even cooler because I have worked with this guy's kid on the field as a coach to make him a way better player. And I already know how much better he's got. It's crazy. His son has got a lot better since the fall, with like me pouring on the technique, just like his father, you know, helped me when I was a kid playing tennis. Him and the other coach gave me all this technique, all this like information that I never got from another coach. I told him today, I compared every other coach I ever had to you and your friend Matt. Every coach I ever had got compared to you guys. And you guys were always the best. Alright, so Jibby Bop is finally here. Jibby, the road to A+, Jibby. The road to A+. Jibby, do your strat. Good luck. Good luck, Pyro. And Paul. Paul is here now. Happy to be ahead of Paul. Love you, Paul. Paul, we just told a really cool story from my day. If you missed it, you should go back. Because I'm living in a simulation according to Jibby, and I think he's right. It doesn't make any sense how that's reality. When I was thinking about it driving home, like in shock that really happened, like that guy is probably one of the most influential male figures in my life. Period. That I never forgot. One of the dads. Of the kids that I coach. He's 45 now. He was 25 when he was coaching me. It's 20 years ago. I don't think I did my brake balance yet. My problem right now. Going weird for a second. Oh, Paul's on softs, he said. I didn't know. I just saw that. So we should let Paul by, except for the fact he's just gone off the track. Or someone almost did. He's there. He's got it. Stay chill forever. Also very likely on the softs with a move like that on Paul. Who's on softs? Oh yes, that softs hires to even be trying that. He's as optimistic as can be. He's gotta have softs. Hards just wouldn't even be possible to try those things and recover. Oh, he's alongside, so I might have to let him go. If they're on softs, they're not in good shape for later, so it's fine to let them by. And just hope that I can stay with the cars ahead. No mistakes kind of thing. No problems that I can get stuck with. Just got hit. Whoa! Pyro got spun by Stay Chill Forever. That was not very chill, was it? And then Los just like went flying off the track along with Stay Chill Forever. They are both gone. Shadow Realm. Shadow Realm for both. Putting Jibby on the podium. That's what that just did. Jibby Bob A+. It's going to be his name. I gotta remember, Paul's on the softs. He ain't going nowhere. Those softs are about done right now. And then he'll be on the hards after that. So he's not in great shape right now, no matter what happens. And I was hoping this is the kind of situation we might be in, you guys. You know why? Does anyone know why I would hope that we might have a big lead here? Why would I hope for a boring big lead race? So I can use the extra chicane to my right. Oh, we got a lead where I'd be able to hit that puppy at least once or twice if I keep grinding. Paul, don't slow me down here. On the softs. Come on, Paul. So I'm hoping I can just drive clean, focus a lot, and then we start pulling out extra chicanes left and right towards the end. Try to do at least 2 of them. If I can give you 2, I'll have done my job correctly. I think 1 is guaranteed right now. As long as I don't crash. Grumpy, I did do 5 laps on softs, but it's slower. I think it's faster to just do 6. It's just overall faster. Because you finish so strong. And the car behind me was on softs too, so we have a gap now that I can do extra chicanes. Just can't mess up though, and I'll get extra chicane city. Don't worry, Paul. It's not embarrassing. Don't worry, Paul. No one saw that. Guys, please leave a like if you have not left a like on my stream. I try to stream every single day, even if it's late because I work multiple jobs. I still try to show up and do some races, have some fun every day. Please leave a like, support them. My humble streams. Jimmy about to get P2. About to go straight to A+. Box. No, I'm gonna do it on the softs. We'll do it on the soft tires. On the final 2 laps, I'll do it. I'm gonna try to do 2 of them. I think 2 is reasonable. If I can get that done, it's not, you know, every day that I get a lead big enough in a public daily race. Usually there's someone else at my level or faster that I, you know, have to worry about and would stop me from doing it. Because I would sacrifice my lead or something. Might be able to get 2 in and keep that lead. So we're already 6 seconds up. I'm thinking I want about 3.5 seconds per extra chicane. So we're on the way. Nothing stopping me except myself. Box. Here we go. So let me do 2 clean laps and then we're gonna try for chicane. Jimmy, let's go, Jimmy. Come on, Jimmy. I know he's listening. Jimmy P2. He's got it locked down. I think Jimmy's got P2 locked in. As long as he doesn't crash. He's got it. Hello, Motor Hub, how are you? And Wadadley, I recognize Paul is a wrench in my plan, but I think Paul's getting caught by Jimmy. They may even slow each other down some more for me. How about that, Wadadley? Very well, Motor Hub. Best day, coolest day ever. I explained why already. You can go back. I told the best story ever already. Craziest story ever. I live in a simulation apparently. Everything is planned to blow my mind. According to Jimmy. Starting to believe it. Stuff like today happens more. Alright, we're gonna do it next lap. Extra chicane. Extra. Jimmy is right behind Paul. Someone give me an extra chicane reminder. Oh, it does. It does. That's all I need right now. I could be going a second faster, but we're all good. This is a good pace. Extra chicane coming. No doubt Paul and Jimmy are battling right now. No doubt about it. They're slowing each other down. Here it comes. Extra chicane. Thank you, John. Here we go, John. Here we go, John. Don't mess it up. Oh my, I got a little sketchy. It got a little sketchy, John. Thank you, John. John, I got one more coming for you. I'm kicking one more, John. I better drive well or it won't work. I'll lose my lead to Jimmy Bob. Yo, Motor Hub's like, what? Can I get an extra chicane chant in the chat? Chant it. Extra chicane, extra chicane. I was really hoping we would get one. We got two. I'm honored to bring you these extras that no other streamer will bring you. I don't see anyone else. Maybe got max power. Maybe him. He's cut from the same cloth that I am. We are brothers. Anyone else doing this, tell them who gets the credit. Who invented this. I'm the father of the extra chicane. an extra chicane, a second extra chicane, and then a Jimmy P2. This race went absolutely perfectly. Hold third gear a little longer this time, John. Oh, John. John is pleased. The cleanest, squeaky clean extra chicane exit. Leaving Jimmy no chance. Squeaky clean, squeaky squeaky. The first one was the warm-up extra. Striker liked that one. That was a clean one, Striker. Super clean. Stayed in third, kept my speed up. Oh, John became a member off that. John, I love you. Thank you, John. John's like, yes, I need more. Thank you, John. I love you, John. Thank you. $5 super chat from John and becomes a member of the channel. Extra. Double extra. Thank you, John. Thank you, John. Shout out to John. Thank you, John. Becoming a member and a super chat. Supporting my goals towards extra time. Full-time streaming in the summer. Excuse me. You did a nice job, Paul. And I'm glad you messed up because you enabled me to do special things in the lead. If it wasn't midnight, I would do more extra chicanes for you. If it wasn't already midnight. Lucky you didn't pick up dirty tires. You don't get dirty tires from the extra chicane because it is well used by me. Jibby, we're so proud of you, Jibby. And Jibby, you may not know this, Jibby, but go back and watch my lap 9 and my lap 10. I used the extra chicane and was dropping 3 seconds at a time because I can in the extra chicane. Do you know what I'm talking about, Jibby? There's a chicane on the exit of the hairpin on the right. But the whole race, I'm like, look, Jibby P3, Jibby P2. I told you, A plus Jibby. I told you, Jibby. A plus Jibby. They're going to be saying, I want to be the next Jibby bot. I told you this yesterday, a couple days ago, and now I know you're believing. You're believing it. Jibby went from the second split to second place in the top split. He was a B driver, A driver. Now he's on the road. He's too strong to be stopped now. Look at this. Jibby, look how many points that got you. Jibby the king. Jibby, tonight's the night. Tonight's the night, Jibby. Don't stop now, Jibby. Today's the day. A plus Jibby. I told you this. I foresaw this. I forecasted this. Neo Geo, good luck on your qualifying. A plus Jibby. A plus Jibby. How many wins do you have? He's got 37 sport victories. He just added a podium. Well, you can see it is. You can see it's 49 because it would be 50 if it was A plus, and he's clearly like right there. You don't need all the stats nonsense. This is, you can tell it. He's right there. You don't need it. You know where he is. A plus is 50,000. He clearly is right there. Right there. So, good job, Jibby. That was nice. Some extra chicanes. You need to lock in? You're good, bro. You got it. You're too locked. You're dialed right now. In the points. You don't need to do nothing. You just need, if you don't even have to do it today because I'm so confident in you. If you wanted to get your beauty rest, Jibby, I know you could get up and get it tomorrow too. But it looks like you can win in these lobbies with A plus people here. Why? Well, Pyro, yeah, I'd be pissed if I was you too. I saw what happened. The guy who wrecked you quit the race after. I should have saved the replay just to watch that. Yeah, I actually let him by. I let him by me. I think Paul saw it. I let that guy by because he was insane. And then he wrecks Pyro, and then he types no in the chat. Well, Paul, you can't blame him. A lot of people drive like that, especially in EMEA. Hello, Grover, my member of the channel, Grover. Super shout out to John again. Thank you, John, again for the support. I want to do another race, but I can't. Even last race, I really should not have done it because it's so late. But I even shouldn't have streamed today because I started at 10 p.m. But I wanted to share that amazing story about how I live in a simulation. Jibby, I live in a simulation, and the simulation says I'm done. I want to see your promotion, but I mean, just know how proud I am of you. You're going to do that on your next live and dedicate it to me, known as the Grove Chicane of Stardom. Listen, if you're in the lead far enough to do that and you successfully execute the chicane, you are a star. So that is a good name for it. That is a good name for it. I wish the robot said that out loud. I should have had it unmuted. Jibby, I want to see the promotion, but I told you all week A+ Jibby. So I already knew. I have to go to bed, Jibby. I'm going to go and eat a piece of pizza and then go to sleep. Now is the time. I have only 2 weeks left to work, and then I'm a full-time streamer all summer. I will have some soccer camps to coach, but full-time streaming when I'm not soccer coach camping. Camp coaching.
Jibby Bop Gaming.
I love you guys so much.
Said alrighty then.
That's why I show up here every day. Have so much fun. It's always a good time.
Paul Seymour. Said wait, I have a summer challenge.
Tell me about the challenge.
Jibby Bop Gaming. Said well, when you see me next, I'll be A+. Paul Seymour. Said order a pizza mid-race, answer the door.
You know what? Only one place that I know will deliver here, unless it's Uber Eats, and then it might come from another place.
Paul Seymour. Said bring it back to the lab and get a top 10.
I believe the times that I've had this happened once already. I've already done this challenge, and I don't remember if we got the top 10 though. There's times where I'll call my pizza place and tell them 9:30 delivery on time. So maybe if you want to, you remember?
Said, oh, I remember.
I don't want to do that challenge on purpose. It's rude to have the rush my pizza guy for Paul. Come on. We're not going to do that to the poor people. These people are working, trying to do their job. Paul's treating them like... No, Paul. Better challenges, Paul. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye, everyone. Tired. Jibby Bop, good luck in this next race. I believe in you for the P1, Jibby. Good luck. Good night.